Well, my pot is hot. It's on medium-high heat. I'm going to add some oil. Not too much oil. It's some vegetable oil. Let's make sure, yeah, a little wisp of smoke there. And I call this church food. Church food. And the reason I call this church food is because this is something that you would find in one of those cookbooks, you know, the churches put out. This is one of my dad's favorite recipes, but I'm changing it just a little bit. So I'm going to saute these up and brown these chicken breasts. Okay, these are cooked for 4 minutes per side. One of them browned up a lot nicer, but oh well, that's okay. I'm going to put them on a plate. Then I'm going to add, half of an onion. It's probably about 3/4 a cup of chopped onion. Saute this up just for, until it starts getting soft. Maybe about 3 or 4 minutes. Well, these have sauteed for about 3.5 minutes. They're not completely soft, but they're getting there. I'm going to add a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. That pretty much goes with just about any chicken dish. Stir that in. Now you can use white wine. I'm using vermouth, or you can skip it and not add anything. I'm going to add just a little bit of vermouth. I like to buy vermouth and use it because it works just like white wine and you never have to throw it away. I don't really drink wine very much at all, and the wine could go bad on you, so add just a touch more. And I'm going to let this reduce by half. So I still want some liquid in here. The white wine or vermouth has reduced down to about half. And now the onions are soft. I'm going to put the chicken back in. Put that back in there. I'm going to add water. And now we're really going to cook this chicken. We're going to just gently, we're going to let it come to a simmer and then gently cook it for 20 minutes in a light bubble. Our chicken has bubbled lightly for 20 minutes. We'll put it on a plate. Let the chicken cool down so that I can chop up the chicken. I'm going to chop it into cubes. I want to save about a cup of this broth for use later. We're going to put it in there later. And I'm going to cook my noodles in this. These are wide noodles that I'm going to cook all the way. I do not want them al dente. I want them to cook completely. So I'm going to cook my noodles in the broth we made. There is my noodles that are cooked. I'm going to add some cheese. I shredded up this mild cheddar cheese. And let's see, here it is. I'm going to stir this in a bit. I need to stir this in as I go because I don't think my bowl is large enough. And here is more cheese. Let's stir that in. It's a pound of cheese. The original recipe called for 12 ounces, but I'm changing it to 16 ounces. Stir that in. Stir in the 1 cup of chicken broth that was reserved. That'll help bring it down a bit. Stir in your chicken that I cut up. I've added 2 cans of cream of chicken soup. I'm using the Campbell's brand. I think they're like 10 ounces or 10.5 ounces or something like that. And I'm going to get that stirred in. I think I'll stir in some pepper. The recipe does not call for pepper, but I'm going to put some in. And get that stirred in too. Stir it up. I saw this in the store, this garlic and herb breadcrumbs, so I decided to try them. And I have a cup of them here. And this is 6 tablespoons of butter that I melted in the microwave. And I'm going to mix this up. Get this all mixed up. Well, this makes a 13 by 9 pan, but I'm going to bake this in an 8 by 8 pan. And I have a couple of aluminum foil containers that I've filled up. I'm going to cover them, the aluminum foil ones, with foil and freeze them. Then, when I want to have this again, I can take one out and thaw it overnight, defrost it overnight, and bake it the next day. I have all the breadcrumbs on them. These 2 I will wrap in foil and freeze, and this one is going in my 350 degree oven. Here it is out of the oven. It baked for 30 minutes and it stopped bubbling a bit. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of paprika on it just for color. It might make it look a little better. I'm going to let this cool down and we'll have a taste. Well, let's serve some up. I think this would be good with something green like broccoli or peas, especially broccoli. It's a little bit cheesy. It's really good. I can understand why my dad likes it. Thank you so much for watching.